Hi, my name is Stephen Diaz and I am from Belmopan, Belize. I am the Executive Director of a youth-led nonprofit called the Belize Youth Empowerment for Change, which makes up a membership on the United Nations Population Fund Youth Advisory Group. I am also the focal point for anti-trafficking and counsel for the Ministry of Human Development of Belize, as well as volunteer on various national bodies here in Belize that works towards HIV prevention and other social issues. By profession, I'm a primary school teacher and have taught middle division and lower division in the primary school, and I've done that for a year, and also participated in many spaces as educator in the rural areas in Belize. Okay. We as young person make up a large part of the population, and with that constitution has its own challenges. We face high rates of teenage pregnancy, the second highest in the region after Guyana. We have a high prevalence of HIV as well as domestic violence and other social issues that primarily plagues us as young persons and place us at a vulnerable position in our communities. With UNFPA, I have been involved with them for the past 5 years, and I have, as well as other young persons, have been building our skills to work with other young persons in various parts of our communities and parts of the region, participating in workshops, developing ourselves and working with other young persons, learning best practices on how to involve ourselves more often in various national discussions that have been happening with our leaders, with other young persons, with persons of interest from the country as well as the most vulnerable communities. We have attached ourselves to UNFPA's international days that they recognize, and we have activities around that around the country: satellite tables, information booths. We have promotional items. We go out and we meet people in their homes, have intimate discussions about health, about their sexual reproductive rights, and about things that mean most to them, to see how they could use that to impact their lives on a daily basis. I have had the opportunity through UNFPA to participate in a series of meetings following up to the International Conference on Population and Development. It's a very intricate process that allows you as a young person to be more involved and to use your skills to represent your country, to represent a population of people too as well, and to share your priorities on how you want to chart the future, on how you want the goals to represent you, and how you want to represent the goals. It has been very intricate in the discussions with other young persons to see their perspective on how they view development in our region, and how we give back to our communities, and how we play a very important role in being active young persons in our region. So the Montevideo Consensus has taken many faces in our region. Primarily, our leaders have been coming together to discuss what are our priorities, and our role as young persons was to participate in these spaces and to influence them and to share with them what are our challenges, what are our needs. I have met at a regional conference in Guyana about 3 years ago or 4 years ago, discussing the roadmap document towards the Montevideo Consensus, which led to the regional meeting in Montevideo itself, where our governments accepted a regional document, which is a landmark document for our region, which showed development in all its spheres, which took into consideration the issues that we work on domestic violence, on pregnancies, on children, on migration, on human trafficking, all these issues that are at the forefront of development and at the forefront of developing countries. And UNFPA has charted a way that allows us as young persons to participate, following up in the development sessions in Mexico and in the upcoming years in other countries who would bid for the post to host this international conference and the continuation of the discussion for our region. So it's been a very intricate process to follow along and to see how we as young persons could participate and be actively involved, meaningfully participating in those spaces.